Howdy folks, I'm Colonel Sanders and you're not. This is a update for my YouTube channel. We're still going to be doing some gaming lives and all the regular content we usually do. I am moving a lot of my TikTok videos over to YouTube, and I'm trying to move my TikTok following from TikTok to YouTube as well. TikTok isn't showing my followers on TikTok the videos that I've been uploading that they followed me to do. And I have almost 500,000 followers on TikTok and only a little over 2,000 here. And anyways, that's why you're going to see the real Colonel Sanders TikTok watermark on my videos. Now, it seems that my chicken content, no matter what it is about chicken, is what gets seen on this page and any other page for that matter. So that tells me that's what my niche is. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy teaching others and learning more myself of my family history. So I will continue to do that on here. People want to see that, then, well, God willing, I will do it. And then there's the matter of the haters. And by haters, really the only haters I have now are step cousins of mine that I've caused issues with because they've caused issues with me by lying on my page and a few other things that they were proven liars on. Anyways, to those people, we can be friends. You just have to drop it. Yeah, quit harassing me. I got harassed for a couple of weeks there after I blocked them because they wanted to say they won because I blocked them. They were spreading rumors and lies, and I just had enough of it. I proved them wrong, and they wanted to continue to deny the evidence of them being proved wrong. So let that be a known fact. If you come to my page, doesn't matter if you're family, doesn't matter if you're not family, doesn't matter if I know you or not. I'm not afraid to hurt a few feelings with the truth. Now, if I'm wrong about something, call me out on it. By all means, show me the evidence of it. I will thank you for the correct information, and I will correct myself. But if you come to my page lying and I have evidence that goes against your claims, I'm going to call you out for it for coming to my page and lying. If you make a video that goes viral that has lies in it, and I know that they are lies, and I'm able to prove that they are lies, I'm going to call you out for it. So long as you don't come to my page and start lying or start using my family for clout and start lying on their name, we won't have an issue. I won't call you a liar. You could say what you want to say around, your family, your friends, or whatever. I don't care. You come to my platform and my niche and you start lying for clout or whatever reason, and I could prove that you're lying, I'm going to call you out for it. And that's just how it is. It's a simple concept. You don't want to be called a liar, don't come to my platform lying. And that's all there is to it. With that said, we don't have to be enemies. You just say, sorry, yeah, we were lying. Yeah, this is not true. We're sorry. Let's move on and we'll be good. That's the kind of person I am. I can move on from that. But so long as you keep pushing your lies, I'm going to keep saying it. Anyways, so there's that bit. I don't really have much more updates for y'all. I make content about my family history when it's relevant, when someone has a question or I find something that's inaccurate or something that I don't know for sure, and I research it and then I make a video about it. I have stories from the family that I share on TikTok quite a bit. That's what got me the views that I got. So I'm going to start sharing those on here on YouTube, and there's a lot more stuff on Instagram as well that has a lot of information and things that you'll find useful on there. I wear multiple hats, I do multiple things. Everything that I do somehow has a reference to chicken, no matter what, including the gaming. If you enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe, turn the notifications on. I'm growing the pages. My mission, everyone always asks me, what is your goal when you started social media? My goal was to have a small side channel where I could document my friends and I's fun activities and being dorks with our gaming, and to express some of the creativity. It was never a goal of mine to uphold family legacy or stories or history or Kentucky Fried Chicken lore. It was never a goal of mine to do anything with KFC or fried chicken, with social media or anything really. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. And as time played out, I was commissioned a Kentucky Colonel. And it all really stems from that and Kentucky Fried Chicken. So for 8 years, I was against KFC. I spoke horribly of them. Nothing inaccurate, no lies or anything, just based off of my personal experience and some family's experience and other people's experience. I based a lot of things that I read off based off of Big Fish stories that were online and things that I heard. And I have to thank KFC for making those horrible ads to set me on this journey, because if they didn't make those horrible ads and I wasn't commissioned a Kentucky Colonel, those two things playing together, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. And I love what I'm doing now. I didn't realize that I would have such a love for this legacy that we have presented in front of us. I kind of became the historian of the family, and I'm glad I'm in good standings with KFC now. Everything played out the way that it was supposed to do. And they played a huge role in me becoming the historian that I am now. That's how it is. But that was never my goal, was to do that. That wasn't the goal. And as I started learning more, I followed the Big Fish stories and things that my family believed were true. Maybe they remembered things wrong here and there. For the most part, they're accurate. And that would lead me to start hyper-focusing on that one story and studying it as much as I can, figuring out everything that I can. There's some things family didn't understand and they couldn't remember, or there was missing parts. And from what I do, I figured out those missing parts and made everything make sense. And so that kind of brought some closure to stories. I mean, it wasn't like bad stories or anything. It was just like, for instance, my grandfather and grandmother, when they got married, stayed at the Shelbyville mansion. That's for sale now. And then they had kids. And they wanted to show Uncle Harley their kids. So they went to that same house. Didn't realize that he moved. They never knew. And he ended up moving to a slightly smaller home that wasn't as fancy, from 75 to 1980 in Kentucky. And they knew about that house and they knew about the Shelbyville, but they didn't know what transpired for him to move. So what I did, I looked at a lot of the history, and Kentucky Fried Chicken, when Hubline bought them out, when they did that, Hubline filed a lawsuit. So 73 is when Uncle Harley had my grandparents at his house for the wedding. That was the year they got married. So it was 1974, between 73 and 74, Hubline filed a lawsuit against Uncle Harley for the Colonel's lady, having the Colonel in it, and selling spices under his name. They sued him for that, and he countersued them. And this is a fact. You can look this up. It took me a while to put all the pieces together. And the settlement of that lawsuit was that they would uphold Uncle Harley's quality, recipe, and image properly and include him in on things. And Uncle Harley would sell the Claudia Sanders Dinner House, which is the Colonel's lady. And so he sold it to some friends that worked at KFC with him, the Settles family. He sold the dinner house to them. They renamed it. That was also part of the settlement. So because they sold that, they didn't really think that they had any reason to live right next door to that restaurant. So they sold the house to the Settles as well. Sold them the house so they could live right next to where they served the food. So Uncle Harley then moved. That's what made him move. That lawsuit from Hubline and Colonel Sanders is what prompted that move that my grandparents had no idea why he moved from Shelbyville to LA Grange Road. So like little things like that, I learned about that. And it brings the closure to the stories, like more understanding to them. And so things like that had led me down the journey and rabbit hole of all this stuff. And I just find it so interesting. And I like being able to educate people and get rid of the confusion and uphold the legacy and history in this way. And so I'm just rambling on now. But anyways, that's the update for the channel. YouTube's still going to have the stuff that we do. If we could grow Twitch, I'm going to try to move all the scheduled streaming for games over to Twitch. That way we can kind of separate the content a little bit. YouTube is going to be reformed more into a historian channel for Kentucky Fried Chicken and my family legacy and history. Originally, when I was going to do that, you might have noticed the update from last year. I said that we're going to remove all the gaming content. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave all the gaming content that we have now, and we might add more to it. We might stream more and stuff. The streams are not rated, by the way. Can't control my friend's language, so watch at your own risk. The videos I edit to be friendly. Anyways, I'm going to leave all the old videos up so people can see where I started and how I evolved into what I'm doing now. So I'm going to leave those, but YouTube is kind of on this path of being reformed into a Kentucky Fried Chicken lore page, full of the accurate information. And that's what people are watching, so that's what I'll do. Make sure you follow Twitch, follow all the links in the bio, including TikTok. Even though TikTok, I'm probably not going to be posting as much to, because they're not as good with their creator fund. They're not as good with their creators' views, and they're not as good as communicating with their creators to help them get the help that they need to grow their channels. So I'm probably not going to post as much there, but there's a lot of stuff on there, but all that's going to come to here. And if you're from TikTok and you missed the last 7 months, all those videos are on here already. So I'll let you go down that rabbit hole. All right, ciao.